Hello, today's lesson is on tips, sales, and interest, and this is a really great continuation from our previous lesson on percent change. You will want a calculator. Our learning target is I can solve problems involving tips, sales, and interest. Here's our first example. Mr. Dole paid a barber $30 for a haircut. He also paid $15 as a tip. What is the total amount that he paid? So the way that we're going to find the total amount is we need to think about how much was just the haircut, so the original amount, and then we are going to we need to figure out what is 15% of the original amount and add that on. So the original amount was $30. Then I need to add the original amount times the percentage. But we need to change that percent into a decimal first. So 15% as a decimal is 0.15. If we do all of that, then we will get the total amount. So I just put into my calculator what 30 times 0.15 is, and that is 4.5. So I'm going to rewrite everything, 30 plus 4.5. So he paid $4.50 as his tip. So in total, what Mr. Dole paid was $34.50 for his haircut. I'll put a box around it. Now we know. Fun fact, I love sales. I think most people do. So here's an example with a sale. The original price of a sweater was $25. Miss KW bought it on sale for 20% off. How much was the sale price of the sweater? So to find the price of something when it's on sale, we're going to subtract because on sale means that it's cheaper than the original amount. So very similar to the tip example, I'm going to take my original amount, but this time I'm going to subtract the original amount times the percent as a decimal. So 20% as a decimal is 0.2. I will put that into my calculator, 25 times 0.2, and that is 5. So 25 minus 5. So 5 is 20% of 25. So then in total, I paid $20 for my sweater. Pretty good deal. Our final example is going to be about interest. Interest is a fee paid for borrowing money. So we think about it usually with loans or with savings accounts. So in this example, Fat Cat Bank loans Carla $12,000. At the end of 8 years, Carla has to pay back the loan with a rate of 5.5 simple interest per year. What is the total amount of interest she will have to pay back on her loan? So what this means is that at the end of 8 years, Carla is going to have to pay back the $12,000, but she's also going to need to pay back whatever the interest that accumulated is. And that's going to be 5.5% of what she was loaned every year. Fortunately, there is a formula for this. So what we're going to do is we are just going to use the formula. So to figure out the interest, we are going to say I is the interest, that's what we're trying to figure out, equals the principal is the beginning amount, so that's 12,000, times the rate. So the rate is the percent. Okay, so 5.5%, we're going to change that to a decimal. 5 times the amount of time in years. So how many years? 8 years. So what you're going to do is just multiply all of those things, and that will tell us the amount of interest she has to pay back. So I just put that into my calculator. Carla is going to have to pay back $5,280 in interest in addition to the $12,000 that she was loaned originally. You can move on to your practice by yourself now, or you can keep watching to have me help you start the first problem. So our first problem says a store is selling TVs for 15% off. How much did Jenny pay for a TV that originally cost $225? So I'm going to go back to my first example for this. I'm going to think about, well, actually my second example, 225 minus, I have to figure out what is 15% of 225. And I'm going to do that by doing 225 times 15% as a decimal, or 0.15. So I have my original price that I need to subtract off that 15% of 225. So I'm going to put that into the calculator. So that's $33.75 or $33.75. If I subtract, I get $191.25 for the final price of the TV on sale. Remember, if you're asking for something on sale, your price should always be less than the original price. A good way to think about it. Good luck with the rest of your practice.